So today I'm going to show you a beautiful, beautiful pastrami style Seitan cold cut that you can use in the amazing sandwiches, kind of Reuben style with your homemade mayo or some sauerkraut. It's really, really yummy. And I will also tell you a couple of hacks how to make sure that you get the really, really good texture of your seitan. And I'm gonna show you how to make sure it's well compressed. So when you slice it, you can really achieve this like a super, super thin, kind of almost like a prosciutto style slice. So making your own pastrami cold cuts is really, really, really easy. And I strongly encourage you to start making your own seitan. It is so much better and so much cheaper than the shop-bought one. You exactly know what you're eating, and I will show you and point out to each single ingredient so you know exactly what's going into your stomach, and you are avoiding all those E numbers and you are avoiding all preservatives. So it's really extremely, extremely good for you, and it's protein packed and it's just yummy. So we of course need vital gluten wheat, which is our essential ingredients to make seitan. And unfortunately, so far there has not been a gluten-free seitan that's been found. So sadly, that is lots of gluten. That is essentially just gluten. Then a chickpea flour as additional protein, really, really good. You can get this stuff in Indian stores, and it's really, really yummy and so good for vegans. And a fresh beetroot. Please do not substitute it for a vacuum-packed cooked beetroot. This will just add a beautiful color, but also nice sweetness to balance our spices. My super, super secret spice mix. The recipe for it in captions below. Loads of curry seeds, coriander, just absolutely yummy. Soy sauce, tomato paste, nutritional yeast, some molasses for richness, some maple or agave for sweetness, and some whiskey for the adult flavor. If you are not using alcohol in your cooking, that's not a problem. You can totally skip this ingredient. And then some either way homemade stock or just a stock from a cube, which is absolutely fine. That's it. That's how simple it is. I'm going to use my blender today, first with the very, very nice and sharp attachment, because we need to blitz this beetroot. So this is really important. You've got a nice sharp blender in. Then I'm going to add some soy sauce, around 2-3 tablespoons, 1 or 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, 1/3 cup of whiskey, a splash of agave, literally just like a little splash of agave, then a little bit of molasses. That is going to be blended into a nice smooth paste, and then we'll add the rest. Look at this color. I mean, this is just insane. It smells absolutely wonderful, and this is our base for the rest of the ingredients. So I'm going to change my blade now, because I mean, you can use the sharp blade if you don't have a dough attachment like this one. It's not an issue. You can actually use the sharp attachment. I have in the past when I was a bit lazy, and it works perfectly fine. And now the rest of ingredients. So what we're gonna do, we will start from the chickpea flour, half a cup of chickpea flour. Vital gluten, around 2.5 cups. Nutritional yeast, around 1/3 of a cup, just for nice umami deep flavor. Ta-da. All goes in. Half a cup of my super, super yummy spice mix, which will make it into a beautiful pastrami. So around half a cup. It seems a lot, but we do need to put a lot of spicing into our seitan, otherwise it will just be a flour. On in. tiny bit of salt, because we already have some salt in soy sauce, we already have some soy in a stock, so we don't want too much salt. Our stock, that's around 2 cups of stock. Now, I am not going to put all of the stock to begin with. I'm going to leave a bit here just so I can top it up when we mix it, because this is the easier way of controlling the consistency and the texture of our seitan. So that's what just came out from our blender. Now you can use your hands doing your seitan. It's not a problem. You're just gonna develop quite big muscles because the seitan is really stretchy. So gluten is really stretchy. It's nice to work with, but you do need a bit of a power. So I like my blender. But if you don't have a high power blender, don't worry. Now this is what we essentially need to come up with. So you can see that it's very easily coming off my blade, it doesn't really stick to anything. It's really nice and stretchy. So there is nothing coming on my hand, as you can see. This is really important. I am paying a bit of attention here to the details of a seitan texture, because I think this is where you are scared of seitan. This is where you're scared of making your own meats and you think you can't do it because you're not quite sure how to work with gluten. So trust me, it's really not that difficult. All you are trying to achieve is this nice stretchy dough. And look at this color. I mean, just the best. It does look like a bit of like a mussel, doesn't it? So now it is really important what we're gonna do with it. So this seitan, we actually are baking straight away. Now seitan straight after baking is very, very soft, and it's extremely important not to unwrap it from the sausage we're gonna make, from the log we're gonna make, until it's completely cooled down. Otherwise, it's going to lose the shape, and we don't want that. So what we're gonna do, we do need some aluminium foil, which we're going to spray with some spray oil, so the seitan doesn't really stick to the aluminium foil, which is quite important. And then I'm going to add additional layer of our beautiful, beautiful, beautiful spice mix, and this is just essential because it's gonna create this like a lovely crust, and it's just gonna be so yummy. And add even more of my spice mix. I know it kind of looks like a lot, but trust me, you really want this. You want this to be really nice and full of this flavor of caraway seeds, coriander, chili, paprika, and this is essentially our pastrami in making. So this is really important. We need to roll it really nice and tight, okay? So we're gonna start rolling it into a log, kind of like a sushi. And you're gonna try to make nice roll from here. And keep taking your fingers under, so you've got a really nice, beautiful, beautiful roll. Now this is really, really important that your seitan here is really well tight, because it does expand, okay? So seitan expands. So we rolled it a few times in order to prevent expansion and keeping this beautiful shape. Yes, it feels very soft at the moment. It will feel very soft when it's gonna come out from the oven, but once it's cooled down, it's gonna be so beautiful. All we need to do is put it onto a baking tray, and for probably around 90 minutes, and keep rolling that every 20 minutes onto the other side so it doesn't catch from the bottom. That's it. This is our seitan all ready after being around 65-70 minutes in the oven, turning that every 20 minutes to make sure it doesn't cut. And look at that. I mean, it's doubled in size, just like I told you. And because we wrapped it really tightly with the aluminium foil, that kept a beautiful shape. This seitan is so delicious. Seriously, guys, you have to make this. It is easier than you think, and trust your hands. Do a bit of a tenderness test whilst it's cooking, and also it is so inexpensive to make, so much better for your health. No numbers, no preservatives, and it's just delicious. So Wait until the next video when I'm gonna show you 2 absolutely amazing sandwiches made with this. So if you like this recipe, please leave me the comments so I know what you guys expecting, and if you've got any wishes, just drop me a comment below and I will cook for you. Subscribe, like and comment.